Hello friends, welcome back. In this video, we will work on the menu. Okay, so if I make the screen smaller, so right now our menu look like this, but in the application which I have already created, here is the menu. Okay, so if I click on this icon, you can see this navigation has opened, and if I click on the icon again, it will go away. So right now our application doesn't have this functionality, so we will convert this into this functionality using Alpine.js. Okay, so if I go to Google and search for Alpine.js, so this is the first link. You need to click on this, and if I go on the documentation, okay, it is a JavaScript framework as it is written here, your new lightweight JavaScript framework. Okay, if I click on the documents, so here is the installation part, but let me show you few things which we are going to use to make this work. Okay, make the navigation work. So we are going to use couple of directives like xdata, xshow, xbind. Okay, so to make the navigation work, so let me show you what is xdata. Okay, so things will be easy for you to understand. So here is the example. Okay, this is the div. Okay, and here is the directive called xdata, and here is the object which is having a property called open, which is equal to false. Okay, so let's say this is our parent div. Okay, so we need to give a directive called xdata, and we need to give a property called open or whatever name you want. Okay, this is the name which they have given. We can keep any name. So initially it will be false. Okay, and inside we will have a button. If you click on that button, this will toggle. Okay, open, which will be equal to which is not equal to open, means it will toggle. Okay, it will toggle the content, and this will be our navigation, let's say. Okay, so it will have the directive called xshow, and here we need to pass that property which is called open. So once you click on that button, it will open, and once you click on it again, it will close. Okay, so basically it will toggle. So that is what we wanted. So basically this is the examples which we are going to use. It is very simple to understand. Okay, this we will be using in our application. So I'll show you how practically it will work. So first we will do the installation part. So here we need to click on the installation, and first we need to copy the script. Okay, which is, in my case, it is 3.9.1. This is the latest version of Alpine.js at the time of recording. Maybe if you see this video after a couple of months, or maybe after a few time, you might be see a latest version which is going to be higher than this. So no need to worry. Okay, just see that everything is working fine. So let's copy this, and we need to go to our VS Code, and after the link tag we'll paste it here. Okay, so let's save this. So this is done. Okay, that's it for the installation part. Okay, now let's go to xdata. Let's keep this as it is, and here we'll go to VS Code, and here in header and navigation, so this is our navigation section. So this is the container div. Okay, inside this div we have the entire navigation. Okay, so this is the left one logo, and this is the right side where we have the navigation. So inside this div we will use xdata. Okay, so let me just copy this xdata, and I'll change the name. So let's copy and paste so that we will not do any mistake. So here I'll change this name of the property as is showing. Okay, you can keep whatever name you want, but false is important. Okay, don't change this to anything, but you can change this. Let me save this. So our container div is having this xdata, which is now false. Okay, and let's go to make sure that this is running. Okay, npm run dev. So this is important, otherwise you won't see. Let me refresh. Nothing happens. Okay, fine. Now in the left header, okay, in the left header section, this is our logo. So we are going to wrap this inside a div. So let's add a div here. I'll cut this out and paste it here. Save this. Okay, so now this is inside a div, and we will add few classes. So class, okay, before adding a class, take the button. Okay, so let's go to hero icons, and here I'll search for menu. Okay, if I search for menu, this is the menu icon which we are going to use. So let me copy this svg, and after this a tag I'll paste it. Okay, let's wrap this in a button tag. So button. Okay, let's cut this So I'll cut this out, and after this SVG closes, we'll paste this. Save this. Now this is our button. Okay. So we have an A tag, and after that we have a button tag. Okay. If I save this and go back to our application, so here is the button. Okay. We'll fix this. But before that, let's add some class here. Okay. Tailwind CSS classes. So class that is going to be flex. Okay. Then we have items center. Then we have justify between. Okay. Save this, go back. Okay, fine. Nothing happens. What else we need? Okay. In A tag, we are going to remove this. Okay. We don't require this margin bottom. Only we need Z index, which is going to be 10. And inside this span, we will add few more classes. So font bold we need, but text Excel, this we need in LG and not in SM. So in mobile, we need text that should be small, and text green, everything is fine. This should be wider. Okay, save this. Let's go back, and if I make this smaller, so now as you can see, the font size has decreased and it is now text SM. Okay, let's continue. Now inside the button tag, I will add @click. Okay, this is Alpine.js. So click that is going to be is showing equals to not is shown. Okay, so basically this will toggle. So let me close this, and here we need to add a class which is going to be MD hidden. Okay, so in mobile we don't want to see this button. So if I save this and I go back, now in MD we can't see the button, but once I am in the SM in the mobile device, we can see this icon, but nothing happens. Okay, if I click here, nothing happens. Now let's see what else we have to do. Now let's scroll down, and here inside the right section, okay, right header section, we will wrap this navigation and button inside a div. So let's do it. So here I'll take a div. Okay, and let me cut this closing div, and I'll paste it here. Okay, after the button tag. If I save this, now this navigation and button is wrapped inside a div. So here we need to add some Tailwind CSS classes. So class that is going to be padding top 4. Okay, and in medium device I don't need this padding top, so that is going to be 0. In medium device I need it to be flex, and in medium device I need items to be center, and in medium device I need ML to be auto, and Z index 10, and position should be relative. Okay, and from here I'll remove this ML auto because we have already defined it here. Okay, if I save this and go back, so now nothing happens. So if I make it small, okay, let's continue adding few classes. So now inside the nav we will add a lot of CSS Tailwind CSS classes. So first let's remove this. Okay, classes, we don't require this, and let's start adding our classes, new classes. So text will be SM in mobile. Okay, and it will be flex call. Then in MD we need flex row, space Y should be 3, items will be start in mobile. Okay, in MD we need space X to be 2, in MD we need space Y to be 0 actually. Okay, space Y 0. Then in LG we need the text to be base. Okay, in LG we need justify center, justify center, justify center. In LG we need items to be center. Then in LG we need space X to be 4, and last in LG we need space Y to be 0. Okay, if I save this and if I go back, okay, so here nothing happened, but if I go in mobile, as you can see, now everything is on the left hand side because we have kept item start in mobile. Okay, so now things are looking good, but still there are a lot of things which we need to do. So here in this button tag we need to make some changes for margin left. So margin left, that is going to be 0, and in MD margin left, that is going to be 4, and then we need to make changes for the text. So right now let's do it here only. Okay, uh, let's do it let's do at the beginning. So text, that is going to be sm in mobile, and in LG we need text to be days. Okay, save this, go back. Okay, now it is looking better. Okay, so here in mobile everything is center, but we need this to be on the left hand side and this icon to be on the right hand side. We'll fix that, no worries. But first we'll fix the functionality. Okay, first we will complete the functionality. So if I click on this, it should work. So styling we can do it later, but the important thing is the navigation should work. So here inside this div I will add xshow, okay, which I've already shown you. So let's copy that. So basically this is the thing which we need. So xshow, that is going to be is showing. Okay, let me close this, save this, go back. Okay, now the navigation has gone away, but if I make this screen smaller and if I click on this, it works. Okay, so it was that simple. I'll show you what we did. Okay, let me show you what we did, then it will be easy to understand. So from here we started. Okay, so x data is showing is false. Basically initially is showing will be false. Okay, then we have the button. So on click we will toggle this is showing to not is showing. Okay, and basically this is a CSS class because we don't want to show our icon in the native device, so we have hidden that, but in mobile you can see that icon. So once you click on that icon, okay, you will see that it is toggling, and the content, the data which we want to show should be xshow is showing. That's it, only 3 directives and we are done with the navigation. But the problem is we can't see the navigation. So basically what is to be done? Here is one more thing, which is xbind, which I've already discussed, but I have not shown you practically. So we need to bind the class. Okay, we need to bind one more class. So basically I'll just copy this. Okay, before that I'll show you one more thing which is super important. So here if I inspect, okay, and let's go to the navigation part. Okay, so this is the navigation part. Okay, so here as you can see, here there is an inline CSS which says style display none. So basically here as you can see, we have display none property. Okay, which is something created by the Alpine.js. Okay, we have not done anything. It is coming from the Alpine.js, so we are not able to see that navigation in the mobile in the desktop. So what is to be done? So the problem is here I have given display flex, but that is not working because of this display none. This display none is overriding our display flex. To make this work, what we have to do is we need to use something called important modifier. Okay, so if you basically know basic CSS also, you might be knowing what is important. So once you use this important, then that CSS class will override the inline thing. Okay, the inline CSS which is currently displayed none. So what we have to do is we need to put an exclamation before that class. Okay, so which is the class? The class is display flex. Okay, so in MD here it is display flex. So here I need to put exclamation, save this, go back. Now we can see our navigation is working fine and you can see that. Okay, let me close this now. Okay, this display none is gone and we are getting this display flex. Okay, so let me show you again. This display none is gone and this display flex we have done important. Okay, so this is this was the thing. Let's make this smaller. Okay, if I click this, click again, so this is what we can see now. Okay, so if I make this big, you can see this, and if I make this smaller, navigation has gone, and if I click on this, you can see that navigation. Okay, what we need to do is one more thing which is important. So if I make this small and if I click on this icon, okay, but once I click away, nothing happens. So this is a problem. Okay, so if I want to click outside this navigation, nothing will happen, but if I click on this icon, then it will go away. But what if I want to click away? Okay, So there is one more thing which is called click away. Okay, so let me search. Oh, okay, click away Alpine.js. So this is the one which we need to use. So click away. Let's copy this, go back, and here I'll paste it. Okay, so it will be is showing. Okay, let's save this, go back. Now if I make this small, if I click this, it will open, but if I click anywhere outside, it will go away. Okay, so this is very nice. And what else we need? I'll show you one more thing, but that is kind of important, but in our case, it might is not useful. So this is the binding of a class. Let's copy this. Okay, I'll show you. Let's say we already have a class here. Okay, and we want to add some class on the runtime. Like so, let me paste this, and here instead of open, I will use is shown. Okay, so if is showing is true, then no class will be added, but if it is false, then this class will be added, which is called hidden. Okay, so if I save this and I'll show you something here, let me inspect it, and let's go to the navigation, and let me open this, and here it is. Okay, so this is the div which you can see. So here I've added a class hidden. So as you can see, now the is showing is false. Okay, initially it is false. So this class is added, which is called hidden. Okay, but in our case it is not required, but I'm showing you just because I thought it might be useful in some other cases. So as you can see, if it is false, this hidden class has been activated. Now instead of hidden, let's say if I add something else like bg uh, gray, or maybe bg red 900. Okay, let's save this, go back. Okay, now as you can see, when this is false, this red color has been activated. Okay, so let me make this smaller. Now if I click on this, you will see that this hidden class will go away. Sorry, this bg red 900 will go away. So as you can see here, we can see this bg red 900 because still it is false. And if I click on this, now the bg red class has gone away. Okay, and you can make this opposite also. Let's say on true you want this bg red. Okay, let's say save this, go back. Now initially initially there will be nothing. Okay, no bg red. So if I make this smaller and if I click on this, now this is red. Okay, this class has been added. So this is beautiful actually. You can just play around with this. So basically this is called binding. Okay, when once you put colon before this class, so you can dynamically add the classes on the runtime. So if it is false, nothing will be shown, but if it is true, then this class will be added inside this class. Okay, so let me remove this because in our case we don't require this. So this is it, and if I make this small, if I click this, you can see this, but still I can see that it is not matching to our design. I'll just check what are we missing on this. Okay, so let's go to VS Code, and here are we missing something. So we need padding 2 in the mobile, and in LG we need padding 5, and we need flex in the MD screen, and we don't require flex call. Okay, in MD we need flex row, in MD we need flex items to be center, and in MD we need justify between. Okay, let's save this and go back. And now if I make the screen smaller, now you can see we have achieved the design which we want. If I click on this, this will work, and if I click away, it will go away. Okay, so navigation will go away. So we have successfully created our navigation using Alpine.js, and if you want, or maybe in future I will create a separate course for Alpine.js. So this is it for this video. I hope you like this. Thank you very much.